What's up, everybody? I'm Julian.
I'm Jake.
And in today's video, we're going to be smoking a whole duck.
Keep on watching to see how this duck comes out.
Alright guys, so what we have here is a 5-pound bird. And first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and prep this bird for our smoke tomorrow. And we're going to do that by applying a dry rub to this guy.
Dad, we got the giblets.
Alright, let's go ahead and check to see. Alright, so it looks like we have the neck here. So you want to go ahead and pull all this out, stick your hand in there. If there is any giblets in there, you're going to want to go ahead and remove it. It's also to remove any juice that we have from the bird.
Juicy.
Alright, so for the dry brine, we're just going to go ahead and just use salt. So we're going to go ahead and get our knife. You want to poke a lot of holes into the breast of the bird and into the skin as well, just so the salt could go ahead and get deep into the bird, and it's going to also dry out the skin as well. And it's going to allow for that fat to render down through, and also for that fat to render on up as well. Go ahead and remove this excess skin from our neck. We're not going to need it. Same thing here. All right. So this is what the bird's going to be looking like. So you want to make sure that you have the spine down first. So we're going to go to season this up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this on a rack. Just because once we're done seasoning the bird, we're going to go ahead and put it into the fridge for 24 hours. And what the rack is going to allow an even dry rub over the entire bird. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just put this rack right over our bowl. Make sure that everything is falling into the bowl. All right, so then from here we're going to go ahead and apply our salt. Okay. So it's okay to put a lot of seasoning or a lot of salt onto this, just because it is going to go into the bird, and then it's also going to render the bird as well. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let this rest for the next 24 hours, and then we'll see you all in a little bit.
24 hours later.
All right, everybody, so it's been 24 hours since we did do our dry brine, and as you can tell, this bird did lose some of its moisture a little bit, and that's exactly what we want, especially if we want to have some crispy skin on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pat it dry. So this is going to remove any of the fluids that did come out from it, and then we're also going to be pulling some of that salt off too. And then once we do throw this on the grill, we are going to be shooting for an internal temperature of 170, and we do have our smoker at 225 degrees right now. So just going to keep patting this dry, try to get any excess fluid out of it. And so the reason why that we did use a rack on this as opposed to just putting it onto our pan is so that we get an even brine all the way around it. So next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just put some butter on the outside of it. This is going to be able to allow our seasoning to stick to it a little bit better. And this will brown the skin of the duck as well. And then the type of seasoning that we're going to be putting on this bird is going to be what again, Jake?
Ground mustard, paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder.
Yep, it's kind of like just our standard house blend that we have here at JD Smoke and Q.
It's really good.
Can't go wrong. Right. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and just leave that butter right in the cavity as well. All right, then we're going to go ahead and put a hefty coat of our seasoning all over this bird. So as you guys can tell, that butter is just like glue. Our seasoning is just sticking on into this bird. There we go. All right. Nice even coat all the way around the bird. Massage it on in. Go ahead, just keep pouring. Just like that. Good, all right. Last but not least, put some in the cavity as well. Get a little bit more, pour some in your hand. Just massage it on in. All right, there we go. We have a nice seasoned bird. And then now next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stuff the bird with some brown onion. Go ahead and half an onion. Just going to go ahead and stick that on in there. Then we got some garlic. Can you go ahead and open that garlic for me, please? Just like that. Go ahead and drop it in my hand. Put that all in there. Last but not least, our herbs. And then we do have sage and rosemary that we're going to be putting inside the bird as well. Put it all in there. Every last bit counts.
Yep.
Alrighty. Go ahead and tuck these legs. We're going to go ahead and tuck our wing as well. We don't want any burnt wings. Almost like he's going to do the chicken dance.
The duck dance.
There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and go on over to the barbecue. Open her up. So just like what I said earlier, we are going to go breast down. Alright guys, so 4 hours later, we have an internal temperature of 180 degrees, and this is what our duck looks like. You can just see that getting a lot of juices coming out from this duck. That's exactly what we want to see. Alrighty, I'm already drooling, are you?
I've been rolling.
Let's go ahead and give each other a thigh. There we go.
Out.
So you get a nice smoke ring in on this. So it's almost a hybrid between like a pork and chicken, it looks like. It's really good. All right, so there's one for you.
It smells good.
Here's one for me. Here we go, Brookie, and here is one for you. There you go. Alrighty, cheers.
Cheers.
Really good crispiness on that skin. And this duck is just cooked to perfection. Highly recommend that you guys do try this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And lastly, go ahead and let us know what your ideal way is to cook duck. And if you haven't cooked duck, if you would try it. So we'll see you all again next time. Keep on smoking.